Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at a woman who fell in love with her son and is now dating him. I just love watching incest on a Monday afternoon, don't I?
Well, I told him it was at first I told Carlos that
You told him what? You can't speak properly. Okay, so this right here is the mother. I just can't believe that she's literally admitting that she's dating her son. Like, she's in love with her son. This mum's got a different type of love towards her children.
I'm sorry, I don't know how you react to this. I'm your mom and you're my son.
Yep, that's the way it should be. Mother and son bonding, not lovers. I feel like whenever kids were younger, they were like, oh my god, I want to marry my mummy or like my daddy. Oh god, that sounded a bit weird to say, didn't it? Well, basically, I wanted to marry my mum because I love my mum lots and I thought she was the most amazing person in the world. Then I grew up and realized that that can't happen. And apparently this woman doesn't notice that.
And I am falling in love with him. He said, are you really? I said, yes, I am. He said, you know what? I was scared to let you know too. I am too.
Oh, shut up. How long have these people been dating? I don't even know why I'm reacting to this. This is such a weird video. This would only ever happen in America or like a really weird place. So thank God it doesn't happen in the UK. It's bad enough that they've got feelings like that towards each other, but it's even worse that they're admitting it on the internet.
He was too falling in love with me, with his mom, and I was falling in love with my son. And then we ended up talking and we took off to the park.
What did you do at the park? I don't even want to think about it. I've just noticed something. They are literally in love, so they do things that couples do, which includes getting down and dirty. What is wrong with this woman? She birthed her boyfriend.
I asked him, will you ever date your mom? And he said, will you date your son? I said, honest truth, yes, I would.
Why? Who does that? Nobody in the right mind does that. Nobody looks at their son and thinks, oh my god, I want to marry you. I've never met somebody who's done that and I don't want to meet somebody who's doing that. There's just so many things wrong with this video. Like, I swear it's illegal. If the police find out they're gonna get arrested, have they got arrested before? I'm so intrigued.
Because 19 years, you're the best thing that ever happened to me, and I really want to be with you the rest of my life.
Your son might be the best thing that's ever happened to you, but you don't date him. I bet you I'm the best thing that's happened to my mother because I'm an amazing child. But I don't walk up and kiss her and do all of that stuff. It's fine to love your children and be cuddly and kissy with them. I'm gonna be like that if I have kids. Like, I'm gonna love them. But you don't love them the way you love your son.
I really want to be with them. It's kind of hard right now, but I don't care what people say because we're going through a lot right now.
Yeah, you probably are going for a lot right now. I wonder what the son thinks. Do you reckon he's messed up in his head? He's like, why can't I have a normal family?
We try to keep it a secret, but we couldn't do it no more.
What do you mean you can't keep it a secret? I'm sorry, I don't buy that. Literally anything can be kept secret. People have awful things done to them and it's kept secret for 40 plus years. So you're telling me you're dating your son and you can't keep that a secret considering it's illegal? How are you gonna sit there and be like, oh, I want it to be secret and then talk about it online? That is weird.
Because, you know, my other kids found out. At first, they didn't like it. Then they started liking it.
Wait, so she's got other kids? Is she gonna date them as well? How old are her other kids? How old is she? I can't remember if they told us, but all I know is that her son is 19. Her son is gonna end up in a mental health ward soon. Because how do the kids like it? Them poor kids need to be put into care.
They're accepting it.
I'm sorry, but this is reminding me of the Shamima Begum interview she recently done with Good Morning Britain. For the people who don't know about that interview, basically there was a girl in the UK who left the UK to go to Syria and join ISIS. She's now trying to persuade everyone to let her back into the country because her visa got revoked and she's not allowed in our country. And this interview just reminds me of that. Like, she's done something awful and disgusting and weird, and she's trying to make it out like it's not weird and it's normal and it's fine. I ain't buying it, sweetheart.
And my mom, my dad, my brothers, my family's accepting it now.
Wait, your family's accepting it? I'm sorry, but if I had another sibling and one of them was dating my parents, I would be freaked out. I would literally call the police. Like, surely this is illegal. This screams red flags towards me. Like, this seems like abuse.
This girl found out. They was across the street from me, and there's a big old fight started. And she called me. She called my son Joseph something and let me know across the street. And she told me I better watch my back because I'm being incest.
Yeah, you are being incest. What they're doing is absolutely disgusting. Obviously, the son's been groomed. But I am against the violence. Incest is horrible, but you don't beat the person. What you need to do is literally contact the police and get the police to deal with it. I'm aware that you might want to beat them. Like, I kind of feel that violence towards them, it's weird. But attacking them isn't going to do anything except get you put into jail.
I'm not being incest. And she was outside cussing me out, so I went and go get everybody out of my house, and she got her family. We got stabbed. beaten up.
Wait, so you're telling me she confronted you about you doing incest with your son and you turned around and said it's not incest? And then your whole family started fighting each other and you all got stabbed and punched? I don't know where this is in the world, but wherever it is, I don't want to go there because it seems violent and very weird. I mean, I'm with the other family who was fighting her family because it's not normal to date your son.
Ambulance showed up. It was me, Carlos, and the kid's uncle got stabbed because the incest.
Wait, I don't understand it because she said that it is incest and then it isn't incest, now it is incest. Sweetheart, make your mind up.
Because she made a big deal out of all of this. So we went to the hospital, we got stitches, came back home, and on that side, her family didn't get arrested at all.
They probably explained to the police that you're literally sleeping with your son, so the police let them off. Why is she not arrested? Like, how are you literally doing stuff with your son which is illegal and inappropriate and you're still walking on the streets? If she's doing this with one of her sons, imagine what she's gonna do with the other kids.
So I don't know why nobody didn't get arrested at the time. So we came back home, took a shower. The cops took, first the cops at the hospital, the cops took pictures of where we got cut, sliced, and after that, we came home, took a shower and stuff. Then we sit back and when I broke down crying, I told Carlos what we're going to do is going to hit all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people aren't going to be happy if you sleep with your son. I feel like people are annoyed about it, but they would be a lot more annoyed if it was a father sleeping with his daughter. And I feel like people are going to roll their eyes and be like, oh, can I shut up? But it is true. Whenever a younger girl is getting abused, it's seen worse as a younger boy getting abused. Obviously, the son isn't young, but like, he's still a teenager. Like, his brain isn't fully developed. Apparently, the brain isn't fully developed until like the age of 25. I do think he has been groomed in some way, and I don't know if she done inappropriate things to him whenever he was younger, but something's obviously going on and this can't continue. It needs to stop.
I said, there ain't no way I can leave you. And he said, don't worry, I'ma still be with you, no matter through thick and thin. And that's what we're going through right now.
So are they together or broken up? By the sounds of it, their relationship's a mess.
I'ma still be with him. I have to. I am going to have to, because there ain't no, if I get out of prison and if he don't get sentenced, if I get in prison, if I get out, I will move out of Clovis and I will get a state that will accept us in it.
So basically she's gonna go to jail and then move to Alabama. Is Alabama a state with really high incest? Like, I swear that's like a meme and a joke, but does that actually happen there? It probably happens in like a really small area of that part of America. But I mean, this is just such a weird video. By the way, we're also gonna look at the son's perspective. So soon we're gonna hear what the son has to say.
I've been going through a lot on the streets and in public. And it's kind of hard because it's public record here in Clovis. They can find out where I live and stuff. And this is going through a lot. And I really can't go to the store. I can't go public. I can't see my other kids. I can't see him.
Wait, so she's not actually allowed to see her son? I don't know what's going on. Like, this woman has brought it upon herself. By the way, there are people like this in the world, but the amount is so small. Like, there's probably like less than 1,000. But it does actually happen. Incest is a real thing. And honestly, if I were the authorities, I would take the children away because obviously she has feelings towards her children. And that ain't right.
They call me, I'm sick. I'm incest.
You are.
And it hurts a lot. And you know what I mean? It messes with my mind.
Well, obviously your mind has already been messed with. I wonder if this happened to her whenever she was a child. Sometimes victims turn into abusers eventually later on in life. This video just makes me feel ill. Like, I don't know why I'm watching this. It came up in my recommended and I clicked it and now I regret that decision.
Their moms don't understand. They're not going through what I'm going through. It'd be different if they were.
But no other mother's gonna go through what you're going through because they're not weird. They're not attracted to their son. Incest is the same as bestiality. Like, all that stuff is weird. I don't understand it. Like, it freaks me out.
I have, like I said, I didn't raise him for 19 years. It feels like a new person and my love like came back like in my life. I've been waiting for all these years. It feels like he's my man and he does, you know what I mean? Sometimes I call him Hinojito, as that means son.
Wait, so you're literally calling your boyfriend your son? I don't understand it. It's like, apparently he is her man, but also her son. Does he call her mummy or by her name? I don't understand it. Anyways, guys, that was the mum's perspective. Now we're gonna hear what the son has to say.
Who made the first approach was actually me. What happened was we were hanging out and, you know, just talking, you know, just laughing, and I looked at her and she looked at me and I kissed her.
Not a good way to start off your part of the story. Oh, I don't understand it. Like, why? I'm telling you right now, if I tried to pull a move like that, one of my parents, I'd turn around and glock me. I'd literally get smacked, sent to hospital, and then sent to prison.
It had feelings behind it. It had a spark in that. Ever since then, it just, it just stayed. Honestly, I really didn't think we would. We were both consenting adults. If it comes down to it, it's just like the gays. They're.
Wait a minute, do not compare incest to homosexuality. You are a consenting adult, both of you, but it's still incest. You can't compare it to me. Oh my god, what a freak. He defo is closeted, I can tell. He's taking mummy problems to the next level, ain't he?
As long as they're over 18, everything's fine. You know what I mean? So I thought, I'm 18, she's 8, well, I'm 19. I actually came down when I was 19. But, she's an adult, I'm an adult, I can make my own decisions.
Yeah, but you cannot consent to incest, that's illegal. I don't understand it, like, they're both deluded. Something's obviously happening in their lives for them to act like this, because this type of behavior isn't normal. Maybe they were abused, I really hope they weren't. But if they were, maybe that's why they're acting like this.
I never thought it would blow up into something like this. Honestly, if it wasn't that strong, we wouldn't be together right now. We are together, but we're not. We can't really see each other, but in my heart, I know that we're still together.
Yet again, what is their relationship? One minute they are together, the next they're not together, and then they are together, and then they aren't. So basically, they're together, but they're not seeing each other. Probably because the police have arrested both of them.
Honestly, I had the opportunity to leave all this behind during the courts and move back to Utah.
He said through the court, so I'm assuming that this is actually going through the justice system. Obviously, the police have actually been, like, useful for once and picked this up and are now, like, shutting it down.
After 19 years, all the questions, everything got to me, and I had a plane ticket, and I was about to leave, but I couldn't. Every single time I thought about it, I kept on thinking about her, and I couldn't leave. I couldn't. It wasn't fair. I
just don't understand how this type of relationship starts. It's bad enough that the son feels that way towards his mum, but it's even worse that the mum feels that way towards her son. You see this boy right here? She pushed him out of her vajayjay 19 years ago. This video was posted in 2016, which was how many years ago? Like 5 or 6? He's probably like 24 now, so did they have a baby? Oh my god, I hope they didn't. The baby will come out with 8 legs.
I feel at peace when I'm with her. When I'm with her, I'm happy. When I'm away from her, I'm all depressed. To me, it's worth, if it's worth, going through all this, it's worth staying.
Whenever I'm with my mum, I'm happy. I love my mum so much. I love both my parents. Sometimes I bicker with them. Sometimes I get along really well with them. It's called family. But I don't like them or feel that way towards them at all the way you feel towards your mum. Like, it's just so weird. It's just like, oh, it's such an icky thing. It's literally making me really itchy. I hate that.
Sometimes the easy way isn't the best way. Sometimes we have to make that life decision that's going to change and affect everything. But when it comes to it, it's worth it.
You should probably make another decision and leave her. Why can't they just be friends? Like, why can't they have a mother and son relationship? Why does it have to be boyfriend and girlfriend? Do you reckon she calls him daddy in the sheets? Do you want to know something? I don't even want to think about that. Also, where is the dad? Like, does he have a dad?
Some people say it's disgusting, it's gross, she's your mom. That's your son, you should be doing that. It doesn't hurt me, it doesn't affect me at all, because if they were in my situation, or if they were to find out that somebody they loved were actually related to them, then they'd be saying the exact opposite. They don't know the situation.
Yeah, because no normal person knows this type of situation. Can I also just touch on something? He was talking about how it doesn't hurt him and affect him. He might think that right now, but in years to come, it will mess him up mentally. Whenever your body's put under lots of stress for a certain amount of time, there is a moment where you snap. And I don't think this is good for him. Obviously, this is going to affect him. Like, in years to come, he's going to look back and be like, oh my god, what the hell? And it's quite obvious he doesn't realize that. And I kind of feel bad for him. Like, I'm telling you, he's going to end up messed up.
The way the courts put it out, the way the newspapers put it out was, the second I turned 18, that's when she did it. That's when we did it. No, it was totally when I was 19 and I moved down here.
So it basically happened a year after you turned 18. I don't like this. It's quite obvious that he's being groomed. Like, this isn't normal. It's literally like something out of Harry Potter where they put like a curse on somebody and they make the person do whatever they want. The mum is Voldemort.
You don't plan stuff like this. It happens. I can't plan who I fall in love with. I can't. I can tell a girl on the street, I'm gonna fall in love with you. It won't happen because it's not. It might happen, but you can't plan on love. It just happens.
Well, actually, that's not true because I don't plan on falling in love with my parents. So I guess in a way you can plan love.
For me, it's not even about patience, it's about commitment. If I'm committed to something, I finish it through. I mean, that's the type of person I am. I've always finished everything I started, and when it comes down to it, if I love her that much, and I'm crazy enough to stay in Clovis for it, I'm crazy enough to face all the courts for it.
You are crazy, that is one thing you are. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave that there. That was basically the mother and son who are in love with each other and are dating. If you're gonna learn anything from this video, it's illegal to sleep with your parents and don't do it. I really hope you didn't enjoy this video because if you did, that's a bit sus. If you want to see more videos from me, press the big red subscribe button. I post a new video every single day and 2 videos a day at the weekend. This was a weird video, but yeah, I'll see you all in my next one.